Hello, hello, everyone. How are you? I hope everyone is having a great day and prepared and ready for the Thanksgiving. Isn't Thanksgiving like next week? It's amazing how fast everything has gone and how quick the year went. I am so amazed that we are already at the middle of November. We're going towards the uh, end of November, heading into the beginning of December. Oh my gosh, it's just happening so fast. So I hope everybody is having a great and wonderful day, that you are preparing for your holiday shopping early to deal with any supply chain issues we may be having, or just deciding to just do something different this year and uh, just take it easy. There's no reason that we should have to uh, be in a big, um, what they call rush for the holidays. I never understood that, so to speak. I know that people are busy with family and doing different things and holiday parties here and pageants there and so much going on, but I never understood why people were kind of wigged out for the holidays, or what do I get someone? And you get what you can get, but and you keep it moving. So for those of you who don't know who I am Dawn Marie Alexander Borsico. I am your uncommon voice coach and consultant, also host of the Process 319 Unleashed with Dawn Marie, your faith-based podcast, helping you to journey to God in the high places. Well, I hope everyone's having a great day. Last week and the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about leadership and, how to be an effective leader, how to be a better leader, how to decide if I want to lead and what am I leading? Am I leading people or things or processes or whatever? What is it that I'm leading? As I was thinking about leadership and looking at all the different leadership programs online, and this person teaching leadership and that person teaching, and do it this way, say it that way, turn this way, flip this under this hoop. At the end of the day, you have to decide what kind of leader you want to be. And you have to want to grow. Leadership is really about self-development. How do you want to be seen? How do you want to move things or people along? And the two are very different. And the one thing that I've been noticing about the leadership programs that I've seen are they're, in my opinion, they tend to be a little self-serving. I want to be a better leader so I can do what? Make more money, get my team to perform better, get others to perform better, do better for something that will make me feel good or get me or a person to the next place. And what I'm encouraging you, each and every one of you, is that you are a leader. You just have to decide, one, if you're going to step into being a leader. And then two, do you already have the qualities to be a good leader, or do you need to hone those qualities on being a good leader? I mean, are you a nature or are you a nurture? Are you the kind of person that's looking around right now and going, "Ooh, somebody needs to speak up. Not enough is happening. We need to do more of what's going on in our society, and we need to speak up. And I want to step in." Sometimes leaders are born out of situations, out of circumstances, and we talked about that. We talked about the qualities of a leader, and you're always going to find different. No, there will be some primary qualities, but you're always going to find something that's different on every side. Well, be a leader like this. You need this quality and that quality. You need integrity. Some folks say you don't need integrity, or you only need integrity if you're working with certain areas or certain things or certain roles that you're doing that in. And some people are like, well, I really don't care. That's not going to affect this. But some people believe that it might. So there's never going to be a one size fits all. And then last week, we also talked about identity. We talked about that like 2 weeks in a row. Identity. Who are you? Determining what kind of person that you want to be, you're going to be. And hello, thank you for joining. Please feel free to leave your comments in the chat as you are joining in. I'd love to hear what you have to say. But we are deciding, one, and then identity. Who are you? Integrity is key. Character is key. Who are you as a leader? And too often we tend to fold with culture, or we tend to fold with what somebody says. And a true leader, now this is something, this is my opinion, a true leader doesn't fold. If you are a leader, if you are going to step into leadership, then you should really know who you are. Why? Because if you don't, and you're in a certain position or in any position really, you may abdicate certain things. You may let certain values go in order to keep a position. And to some, a true leader is not going to buckle from their core values. So having those core values and knowing who you are is essential, because that is what a leader stands under the face of pressure, not buckling to fit with culture, not buckling to fit with status quo, not buckling because everybody around them. You must be at a place where you are willing to stand for who you are, stand for what you believe. And we see a lot of people right now who are buckling. They're willing to just give it all up. And then I think, also I'm going to add this, I didn't talk about it before, but making sure that we're educating ourselves on different topics, not just things that we agree with or that we want, but we should get all the information as much as we can, asking questions like why, how, why do you feel that way? Where does that come from? Where did you get that information from? Why? Because leaders want to know. Leaders have their ear to the pulse of that which they are leading. So if they're leading excuse me, processes and programs, they know how those processes and programs work, and they know the pros and cons. They know why it's a good program or why it's lacking and where they need to fill in certain areas. And if you're leading people, know your people. Not every person on your team is the same way or going to respond to the same way. They have their own culture, meaning, and when I say culture, maybe some are from the East Coast or the West Coast, male, female. There's so many single parents, non-single parents, people who have money, save money. Everything that is going to be different. And how to lead is whether or not you are willing to get involved. Some people are really good leaders, but they're not really good with people. And they have to be willing to learn and invest and make those changes. And so today I said, leadership, we're talking about this. There's a myriad of leadership styles that are out there. But there's not one size fits all. And it may change based on the environment by which you're leading. Depending on that environment that you're leading in, certain leadership styles are going to be more appropriate than others based on the need of that which you're leading. So then people that you're leading is important. So I'll give you this example. I was in a previous position once, and the manager said to me, well, I need to know your questions so I know how to lead you, or I know how to, and I thought, well, you don't know me. You don't know what's important to me. Are you trying to lead me in this position, or are you trying to lead me to be better in my career or better in my gifting so I can move on to something else? Because many times, especially in the climate that we're living in now, people may take a job or a position because they need to take a job or a position, but they're not necessarily looking to grow or be in that position forever. So being a good leader is, how do I develop that person? How do I develop them and their gifts and talents and abilities? How do I say, well, I can't move you here or there, but what I can do is, well, tell me what you're good at. How can I help it? How can I hone that? Well, and then work with that person and give them opportunities. Why? You're leading. You're leading because here's the thing. People will turn back around and say this, wow, you're developing some really great people. Everybody that we're promoting or that's moving to our team or that's elevating, they're coming from your team. What are you doing? You're leading, you're guiding, you're mentoring along the way. And too often we get mentoring and leadership a little bit confused, but I believe that they do go together, because a good leader will mentor. And a good leader will mentor, but not every mentor is a leader. But then again, they are taking that initiative to bring someone aside. So you may say that they are, but they may not be a front leader or a leader of many. And that's something that we talked about also. Sometimes being a leader is just saying, you know what? I just want to work with those around me. I just want to work with a small group of people that are looking to go from point A to point B. And I want to come alongside and mentor them on the do's, the don'ts, how it works. Whereas others may say, I want to be more in the forefront and take more responsibility on. So as you decide, and we're going to talk about some different leadership styles, I'm going to go over just a couple cursory today. We'll jump into some of my favorite next week. But many times we see employers that they are developing for their own benefit, and we're growing in that own benefit. And I think that what we're seeing now with so many people going, COVID happened. I don't think I want to go to work the way I did before. I want to take more control over my life. I want to take more control over what I do. And I figure, you know what, I can make it on less. I can do my YouTube channel, or I can do Uber or Lyft, because it gives me more flexibility, and they're willing to take those chances. They're willing to take the I won't say the good with the bad, but there's always a give and take, is what I'm saying. So you might give up one stability over here to have freedom on the other side. You're taking control of your life. And the reason I say that is because we see a lot of employers now that they can't find people, because people are like, well, can I work from home? Can I do it from my house? I can't. Okay, I'm gonna find one that I can. Why? Because they're for whatever reason, they're not looking to go back in. Maybe they found they could save money being home because they can take care of the kids from home. So there are a myriad of reasons why people are not looking to go back into a traditional workforce. Also, people have a lot more information and knowledge at their fingertips than they had before. Okay, so they come with knowledge, they come with something, they come with a level of acumen to where it's not just those on the top that know everything. People below them know things as well. In one of my courses I was taking for multinational corporations, it's knowing your people. Why didn't Joe come to work for 4 days? Well, the big boss may really know, in that department may know, because they built relationships. How do you come in as a leader and just wipe out people, just want to bulldoze? And we typically see that when corporations have leaders that make decisions and don't ask the folks that do the work. They don't ask the people that do the work. They're requiring certain things be done, but they don't engage the people and say, hey, we want to increase our productivity. We want to increase our income and our production, let's say, by 30% by the end of the year. And people are like, what? Just going to pull it out? Oh, okay. You're just going to create more and never understand what's going on the floor. Meaning, the people that you hire, the manager will know, oh, I have 20 new people that have small kids. They're not going to be able to come in and work these extra hours, even if you offer the overtime. Or I have people who are in school. They're not going to work it. So leadership can also ask for things, but if they never tap in to those that actually do the work and get their opinion, get their input, then you typically are not always going to have a cohesiveness. And one thing that we talked about a few weeks ago was making sure that as a company, the mission and the vision is seen and exemplified both to your outside customer and your internal customer, which is going to be your employees. And so knowing the different leadership styles that you're going to need, that each manager or person will need to function best in, is important. And they're all different. Many of us know about servant leadership. We've been exposed to that one for so many years. The different areas of how to what that was a real big one in the 80s, being a servant leader. You were going to serve your people that you worked with, being a visionary leader, or maybe you were one that did more coaching as a leadership style, versus some of the others were more maybe democratic, let it people vote and have their the group or the team begin to put in their input because they are the workers. Or one of my favorite is authentic leadership. Okay, authentic leadership. You have things like, commanding and laissez-faire. Some people are very bureaucratic. I mean, we could go through the gamut on which leadership style is going to be the best. But like I said before, and we can delve into more later, but I'm going to pick some of the ones that I think are primary or more apropos in certain situations. But which leadership style that's best for you is going to be based on who are you leading? What are you trying to accomplish? What are the needs of those that you're working with, of your team, of the production crew, of those that are in your project management team? What is the need that they have in order for you to determine what style do I need? But as I said in the beginning, becoming a leader is more about personal growth than anything else. It's about finding out, what does my team need? What does this situation need? How does this situation require leadership? What's the best leadership required for this situation? Do I need to spend more time getting to know people? Do I need to listen to the ideas of others more? Do I need to be more commanding? Do my people need to trust me? What environment are you in? Because some environments, people are autonomous. They do what they do their job. They know what they need to get done. They're good at what they do. They just need someone that's going to fight for them when they need more time, or when they need something to be changed. Like, this isn't going to work. This is not even, do they even know what we're doing here? It doesn't work. They need someone that's going to stand up for them. And then others might need more of a servant type, where they need you to bring things in, bring tools in, bring suggestions in, and to provide for them what they need. So there is no one size fits all, but there is a one size of this, a decision. With anything that you do, it always requires for you to make a decision. Do you want to lead? Do you want to be a great leader? And what are you willing to do to become that? Are you willing to, as we talked about last week, get your behaviors to align with who you see yourself to be? Getting your emotions in line with who you are as a leader, being able to know how to handle different situations that may or may not feel good, that are hurtful on a job, because you put a plan together, they ask you to do it, and then it doesn't go anywhere. So there are a number of situations that will require leadership for you to step in, but you have to determine, do you want to do that? And how do you want to be a leader? What type of leader do you want to be? Again, are we looking at projects and people, projects and systems, or are we looking at teams and people and growing them, or just being a leader in your community, a leader in the area of politics, a leader in the area of your church? Do you want to be a leader, someone that says, you know what, I want to stand up and be an example on how, not perfect, but on how we walk through life, how we handle certain things. I want to be an influence. I want to lead people and show them how to do, fill in the blank, whatever that may be. So I hope this helps you today. We'll go over specifically some leadership styles next week. I hope you will tune in. Please leave your comments. Let me know what you need. I did put a poll on an Uncommon Voice coaching and consulting group page. So make sure that you're on there and you're marking that down. Right now, most people want to do health and wellness and some finances, or relationship and conflict discussions. So I'm going to put some things together for that. But otherwise, I am Dawn-Marie Alexander Borsico, your Uncommon Voice coach and consultant, also host of the Process 319 Unleashed with Dawn-Marie. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. It's been a pleasure being with you today, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.